Over the past 5 years, I've taken my family to England using American Express points, to the Grand Canyon with Chase points. We've stayed at a boutique hotel on Lake Superior with Capital One miles. We've spent 3 nights in Sweden with Citi points. And I've taken trips to Florida, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Missouri, Wisconsin, Nevada, and more, all using points and miles. Hi, everybody. Dugras here with Dugras Reports. Before I can use those points, I have to earn those points. And that's what today's video is all about. I'm just an ordinary guy with an ordinary 9 to 5 job and a family, but thanks to the world of points, miles, cashback, and travel rewards, I get to take trips like that about 3 to 5 times a year. If you're an average American and you'd like to also get epic value from points, miles, cashback, etc., would you please subscribe to this channel and consider clicking the thumbs up button? I would appreciate it. Let's dive in. So here I will reveal all of the points that I earned in calendar year 2023. I will also give you one example of a big win for each points or miles currency / ecosystem so that we can get some examples of how you can also accumulate these kinds of points. Before I dive in, though, two very brief disclaimers. Disclaimer number one is that I'd like you to remember these are points earnings, not the current number of points that I have. Some of these points have already been redeemed within the calendar year. Secondly, although I have made a good faith effort to get these as close as possible, some issuers make it easier than others to know your exact amount of points earned in a calendar year. Others, you have to go back and compare the first statement with the last one. And if the statement ends on like December 28th, there could be just a couple days of missing points. So take it as a very, very, very close estimate. Our first ecosystem is Chase Ultimate Rewards, and my wife and I have 11 Chase cards between us. If you see a yellow border, that's one of my cards. If you see a pink border, that's one of Mrs. Dugras's cards. Here are the earnings within Chase Ultimate Rewards, broken down by each card because I had to look them up and compare starting statement to closing statement and take redemptions into consideration. You might notice that some of these cards have a negative balance. That simply means that on a net basis, I transferred out more points to another card than I earned within 2023. For example, the Freedom Flex was transferred over to the Sapphire Preferred, and the Sapphire Preferred number will look inflated simply because that's where the points ended their life before they were transferred out to a travel partner. All of the Chase Ultimate Rewards put together, therefore, were 515,300 points. I did round to the nearest 100 points in each case. My big win for the year with Ultimate Rewards was this card. This is a Chase Inc. Business Cash that my wife opened in October. We earned 90,000 Chase points, and I got 40,000 for referring her. So that's a total of 130,000 Ultimate Rewards. You could do a lot with 130,000 Ultimate Rewards. When you think of that all together, we totaled 515,300. I value Chase Ultimate Rewards conservatively at 1.5 cents per point, and that's $7,730 in value. Next up, we have American Express membership rewards, and between the two of us, we have 4 cards. I have the Amex Business Platinum plus the Blue Business Plus. The wife has the Amex Consumer Gold card plus a Blue Business Plus. Those of you who follow my channel will probably know I also got and was approved for an Amex Business Gold card. However, I didn't get that until the last few days of 2023, so I won't even have any points post in this calendar year. You can watch for that next year. Here's how the membership rewards broke down. Player 1, me, earned 436,000. Player 2 earned 174,000. That totals 611,400 membership reward points. American Express makes it easier than Chase to figure out how many points you earned in a calendar year because they just straight up tell you on the website as long as you check it before the calendar year ends. Our big win for 2023 was when I signed up for the American Express Business Platinum and Business Checking Bundle. And as long as I met the spend requirements and the minimum deposit into business checking, I was awarded a total of 200,000 points, which did happen. So totaling those up, you'll remember 611,000. And I conservatively value membership rewards at 1.85 cents per point. I realize a lot of people value that at 2 cents per point or above. And certainly I have gotten that redemption level, especially when we use them for business class flights to Europe. It was in the double digits of cents per point. In other words, 10 cents per point or more. But I think I have occasionally cashed them out at a penny per point or used them for more modest redemptions like 1.5, 1.6, those kind of things. So I'll use a very conservative estimate of 1.85. That comes out to $11,311 in value earned this year. Let's take a look at Capital One miles, and I only have 2 Capital One cards. I have the Venture X, where almost all of the earning goes. I also have a Venture One card, but that's kept around just for the sake of credit history. And I earned a total of 63,500 miles. I didn't break it out because it was almost all on the Venture X. I didn't have any big sign-up bonuses or wins on Capital One. It was just ordinary spend. I value Capital One miles at 1.4 cents per point, and that brings us to $889 in value. Next up are Citi thank you points. I have a trifecta with Citi. I have the Citi Custom Cash, the Citi Rewards Plus, and the Citi Premier Card. Of course, you need the Premier Card in order to get full value out of your Citi points when you transfer them to transfer partners. As it relates to those thank you points, I earned 99,000 on the Premier. I earned 7,100 with the Rewards Plus. That's mostly from when I redeemed points and got that 10% rebate that the Rewards Plus provides. And then I got the Custom Cash during the year with 33,000 points going there. That totals 139,600 points. Citi does us a big favor and just straight up tells you the number of points you've earned year to date. So they made it easy. My big win of the year with Citi was signing up for the Custom Cash card, meeting the minimum spend bonus, and in August I received 20,000 thank you points. The total was 139,600, and I value thank you points at 1.25 cents per point. The reason why I value them at 1.25 is because thus far the only redemptions I've made with my Citi points are either sending them to Wyndham to be used on Vacasas, which tend to come out right around 1.25 cents per point conservatively, sometimes more like 1.5. I did transfer a small amount to Choice Hotels to use in Sweden and got great value there. But since I don't have a lot of experience, I'm going to keep it at a conservative 1.25 cents per point as of right now. And that comes to $1,745 in value. Let's take a peek at Wells Fargo rewards. Wells Fargo used to use the terminology Wells Fargo Go Far rewards, but I noticed that within the last several months, they've changed it to just Wells Fargo rewards. I have 2 cards issued by Wells Fargo. I have the autograph card, and I have an older card that is grandfathered to new applicants called the Wells Fargo Signature Visa, which is the one that is black on the bottom with the gold stagecoach running across. I earned a total of 40,000 Wells Fargo rewards during the year. Their website doesn't break down which card earned it, although I'm pretty sure the lion's share was on the autograph. My big win for Wells Fargo, formerly known as Go Far Rewards during the year, was signing up for the autograph card in November, meeting the minimum spend requirements, and being granted 30,000, whatever they're called, points. So Wells Fargo totaled 40,000 points. We don't really know what the value of Wells Fargo points are worth because they've announced transfer partners but haven't told us who they are yet. So for the time being, I'll value those points at 1.5 cents per point, and that comes out to a $600 value. In case you're wondering how I came up with that 1.5 cents per point, my signature Visa card
It's an older code, sir, but it checks out.
does have a special feature whereby you can use your points in their portal for flights and automatically get a 1.5x modifier. I'll take a brief look at my US Bank Flex perks, and the only card I have that earns these rewards is my US Bank Altitude Reserve. Every year for the past couple years, they've given me a retention offer of $5,000 when I just call them and ask for one. And then for earnings, I've earned 20,800 points on the card. That totals 25,800 points. I don't have any particularly big wins with the Altitude Reserve. It's just a steady Eddie card. And because of the real-time rewards feature, which lets you use your points directly with a hotel, airline, or other travel provider, rental car, whatever, at a rate of 1.5, it's a fixed redemption rate of 1.5 cents per point, no judgment required. And that leads to a total of $387 in value in 2023. I have some cash back cards that don't have any sort of point structure to them, and I'll show them on the screen here, though I won't list them individually. You will notice on the bottom right there's an IHG rewards card. It does pay IHG points, but when you hit the big spend bonus up to once a year, which I did, they also give you a $100 statement credit, which I've factored in. The total of my cash back cards have earned me $413. And then there are other ways of earning cash back, which I haven't necessarily been exhaustive in, but as for the big ones, there was a Hancock Whitney bonus of $300. I'll come back to that one in just a bit. A Charles Schwab account opening where you open the checking account and brokerage at the same time. You can get $100. A local credit union called Green State Credit Union. I did a sign-up bonus with a certain number of transactions to earn $200. And then I had American Express offers totaling $67.25. So from these bank accounts and miscellaneous sources, that's $667. My big win of the year on the cashback rewards was at Hancock Whitney Bank. And this is one where I combined a short trip with a bank account bonus. This was in the area around the southern part of Alabama. It's a regional bank, so since I wasn't a resident of one of those states, I had to open an account in person in Gulf Shores, Alabama. And I took a picture of the bank from the outside. That looks like a postcard, but no, that's actually my picture. I was a little too timid to take a picture in the lobby, so I held up the banker's card in the bathroom, and that's why you see a picture of me there. And while I was there, I ate at an open-air restaurant on the beach, which you see in the bottom left, and I had the second best cheeseburger that I've ever had at that particular restaurant. $300 was paid to me. I had to have a direct deposit of $300 or more and make one debit card transaction per month. If we add the cash rewards together, cashback cards totaled $413. The bank account bonuses and other totaled $667. That's a total of $1,081.09. I value cash back at 1.0 cents per cent. So that comes out to $1,081 in value. And then last but certainly not least, we'll take a look at hotel and airline rewards. I have 3 cards that actually earn them. Remember, this video is about earnings, not about the amount that I have. So even though I may have used things like American Express points to transfer to Hilton, I may have used some of my Chase points to be transferred to British Airways, I didn't earn them at the proprietary hotel and airlines. This is just what I earned on the cards. I have the amounts listed here on the screen, and I won't read them off, but IHG, Aeroplan, and Wyndham all together earned $2,820. Feel free to ask me in the comment section if you'd like more details here. Before I make the big reveal, please go into the comment section and tell me what your biggest win was for calendar year 2023. Ask any questions you have, and please remember to subscribe to the channel. Okay, let's go ahead and get those totals. So here are the total value equivalents for each ecosystem or type of points, miles, and cash back earned. In the world of Chase, we have $7,730 in value. American Express, $11,311. Capital One, 889. Citigroup, 1,745. Wells Fargo, 600. US Bank comes in at 387. Cash back earned $1,081. Hotel and airline cards earned $2,820 in value. And drum roll please, the grand total of equivalent value of all points and miles I earned in 2023 comes to $21,480. I would say that's not too shabby for an average office worker from central Iowa. As always, may your spending be frugal and may your points be plenteous. Happy New Year.